Hey everybody, April here with Second Star Journal. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the long break, I had some issues, but this year I'm hoping that I'll be able to post a little bit more regularly. This week I am documenting Project Life Week 1, and I am using Ali Edwards' Stories by the Month kit with the exception of that January card, which is from Coco Daisy's Confetti Wishes. So the first thing that I want to do is add my journaling to my two journaling cards, and I just ended up using Photoshop and printing directly on the cards. Then I'm going to take that circle chipboard piece that says January Moments and adhere it to the middle of that photo. I really loved all the colors of this kit, which is one of the reasons why I decided to subscribe to the Stories by the Month kit. The other one was the fact that each month she's going to have repeat cards like this January circle card that I'm using for my title card. Right now I'm just going through all my labels to see if I can find one that matches the colors in this kit. I did pull out the kit to see if there's anything in there that I might be able to use as a date stamp or a label, and end up pulling out the word phrase sticker sheet that came with the kit and putting it to the side. I do end up trying a few more labels to see if there's a color that might match better, but decide to stick with that Ellie's Studio Heart label. I think it's from a past kit, and I do end up using some of my old stash on this project, but if I'm able to find anything, I will link it in the description below. The next thing I'm pulling out is some alpha stickers. You saw me pull out a red set that I knew I had, but the colors did not match, so I ended up pulling out these little small glittery black ones. I think they're from an old Heidi Swap card kit. And I grabbed my Thickers line guide, which is new to me, but it is a game changer. I love this thing because I'm able to kind of design where I want the alphas to go and make adjustments without ruining either my alphas or my projects, as you'll see me do here shortly. So my idea was to have the word week fit on the left side before the heart on the label, and then the word one on the right side, but you'll see as I get to the W, I don't really like how majority of the W is in the red, so I am just repositioning them to kind of squish it together so it can fit before that heart. And then I'm going to stick them down. Now, this is my second time using this line guide, and the first time was kind of a learning curve, but I do really think it has helped me out a lot on my projects. So the next issue I ran into is that I don't have the letters needed to spell out one. Probably something I should have checked before, but I get creative. I grab the letter Q and cut off the line to make it into an O, then place it down on my line guide. It's kind of one of the issues with alphas is you use up a lot of the common letters and then you're kind of stuck with random ones. Now, if you guys are paying attention to the alpha sheet on the left, you will also see that I don't have the letter E either. So what I do for that one is I grab a letter F and kind of position it on my line guide and then place those all down on my label, and then I grab a letter L to cut off the bottom and use that to turn my F into an E. While I'm finishing that up, I'll go ahead and explain what the picture is about. That picture is from New Year's Eve. Kenzie is playing with the VR set that we got for Christmas and is boxing, and we are all on the sidelines laughing hysterically. After we played a little bit of that, we ended up using the webcam app on my husband's iPad to watch other countries ring in the new year, since my husband and I can't seem to stay up. And the journaling card next to that, it may be hard to see, but it says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, and I just loved that card just as it is, so I don't end up doing anything to that. The next thing that I will do on this label is to stamp out the dates using my Heidi Swap roller date stamp. Now this is an old one and it only goes into the year 2021. It does have a year that is 20 with a dash after it so you can fill it in, but for my Project Life spreads I don't stamp the year, so it doesn't really impact me, but I am hoping that she does come out with a new one because I do like to use that stamp on my story spreads where I do like to have the year. So the last thing I'm going to do with this title card is to stick down that label and just use my Heidi Swap mini stapler to kind of put a staple on that end and call that side good. The next thing I'm going to do is bring over my 4x6 flip and add a word phrase from the kit to my Coco Daisy journaling card. I think I ended up using one that says this and that. And I'll quickly go ahead and explain what the pictures are on the other side. The top left is my Cocoa Daisy box that had the confetti wishes in it. The top right is a new rolling cart for organizing my supplies. The bottom left is yet another day this week where we got a lot of snow. And then finally, the bottom right is my big order from Ali Edwards, end of the year sale. The right side of the spread for the most part is done, so now I'm just going to go and add some embellishments to the spread. So while I'm looking through my supplies, let me tell you about the right side of my spread. The journaling card says 2022 stuff I'm looking forward to this year, so I just put a couple of things that either I know I have coming up, like my niece getting married and having a baby, as well as things that I'm hoping for, like traveling. The picture to the right of that is me getting my booster shot, and then the picture below is Kenzie working on schoolwork to get caught up while I was working from home. I like to add some little notes to pictures using labels and found that circle one that I made using a circle punch and some scrap paper and put it on the right side of the spread so it can tie in the circles from the left side. I think I just wrote something like Zeke helping out with school. I'm not sure if you can see it on the photo, but he's sitting on her lap staring at the computer screen. It's so cute. Then I grabbed this Ali Edwards sticker sheet that I bought from the end of the year sale and grab a yellow circle sticker with a heart on it to pull the yellow from the left side over to the right side and let that overhang and just cut off the edge. Another thing that I loved about the Story by the Month kit, which is what made me kind of subscribe to it, is that each kit includes a stamp set that has that month on it. So I grabbed the stamp set from this month and I grabbed a little stamp, which it is hard to see. It has a star on it and it says 2022 and a scrap piece of paper. Now, since this is my first time using the stamp set, I did rub my thumb over it, as you saw, just to kind of prep it. So my thought was to use the stamp and then use my circle punch to punch it out, but I know it's off screen, but I ended up stamping too close to the edge so I couldn't actually use the circle punch. So then I am going to redo it and get this awesome idea that I'll punch it out first and then stamp it, which is what I'm doing now. But you'll see here soon that I end up going back to the original one I stamped out because I like the idea of it being kind of a half circle on the edge of the photo of Mackenzie from New Year's Eve. So I'm just cutting that original one out and putting that on that picture. But it's all good because I have a full year to use that other one, so I'm not worried. So once that is done and stuck down and I am done cleaning up my stamping mess, the last thing I want to do is my favorite thing, which is ephemera. Now, if you've guys seen some of my previous videos, ephemera, puffy stickers, word phrases, that is my favorite part. I'm not sure why, but it just is. I love it so much. So I grabbed my new ephemera storage, which I got from the Container Store. You'll see it here soon. And I actually got the idea from someone I follow on Instagram and YouTube. Julie Makes Things. I love watching her scrapbooking videos, and she's a Disney fan like me, so I just love watching her. And she had this whole video on storage ideas, and I may have broken the bank trying to copy her, but I do love how it keeps everything organized. So right now I am just kind of going through my red bin just to see if there's anything I can put on this, and you see that I end up pulling out a little red heart, which I believe is from Ellie's studio, and putting on that photo of Kenzie. Then I go through my yellow bin and play around with a couple of things, but since I already have that yellow heart on the right hand side on the picture of Mackenzie and Zeke, I decide I don't need any more yellow in this spread. So then I'm going to go through my blue bin, and I do find a heart that matches the heart from the red bin, but I don't like the way that it looks with my red jacket on the right side. So what I end up doing is putting the blue heart by Mackenzie's picture and then taking that red heart and putting it over on the picture of me with my booster shot, then put the blue heart over on the picture of Mackenzie from New Year's Eve. I do end up going through my green bin to see if there's anything in there that I could use, since the colors from the cards this week are red, yellow, green, and blue, but I couldn't really find anything that fit. So once I put away my ephemera, I stick those two hearts down and call my spread good. Thank you all for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I do hope and plan to do more videos this year, so I'd be happy if you guys were to follow along. Thank you for watching.